Good evening, everyone. It's Josh from Off PokeJacks. Hope you're having a terrific day up in the attic where some of the base of operation happens. But besides all that, let's talk about TRJ. Love him, hate him, whatever you may think. He was 100% right about printers. Granted, I've only had distribution for a little bit. I'm probably the lowest person on the food chain, and I could be crazy, but the email I received today more or less told me, hey, Pokemon International is going to be getting an additional printer or having more printers available to print English product for the customer basis through distribution to supply, the consumer. For me, I guess, being new to the game allows me more opportunities to get more product and get it out to y'all at MSRP. As you know, I've had it for distribution for a little bit. Most of the stuff I get is like, these ancillary products, to build this building history. But besides that, TRJ nailed it. And I don't remember the exact time frame of the video, but he pretty much talked about the printers. And call him crazy, but I love watching the guy. Like I said, I watch every YouTuber. Everybody has their own little piece of the pie that you kind of learn from, especially as young as I am in the game. It opens up your mind, makes you think a little bit, business side, investment side. But it's just funny, Nostalgianomics had a video about not buying anything. Team Rocket Joey highlighted on that, and here we are. Possible additional printer. Now, when this additional printer will hit, I don't know. Again, new to distribution, could be telling the truth. I don't know. Always ask for the deck box. Whatever people don't want to buy, I always try to get it, just to keep building spin history. I donate stuff to Boys and Girls Club and other foundation toy drives, especially during the holidays. Nobody wants it. I know there's kids out there that don't have anything that would gladly love it. But yeah, you guys thought he was crazy, and he nailed it. Take it for what you want. Take it for a grain of salt. Like I said, I know people are fire selling here in Jacksonville between 85, 80, even 75%. I've hopped on some of those deals myself to, as a collector standpoint, there's been some pretty good items, some Sword and Shield items that, as a collector side, I'm keeping away. And then as a businessman, I'm taking the opportunity to get some of these items, sell them, lower than the market price, either break even, make a couple of dollars, whatever the case may be, whatever I can use to keep growing and feeding the business and keep feeding distro to basically say, hey, I'm in it to win it. And hopefully they'll give me more. But definitely something's going on with printers. Like I said, get the email from distro, take it as you want, say I'm crazy, but there's certain people that I've been watching in the PokeTube world that kind of lose that maybe it is a thing. I know the holiday season is here. Today, I walked into Target and there was actually stuff there. I bought some stuff for my kid, and I bought some stuff for a holiday party donation thing through the military. Like I said, there's lots of people out there that don't have a whole lot, so if I can get an opportunity to get back, that's definitely going to do it. But this is kind of where we're at. Like I said, it could be a pro for me, could be a con for me. Maybe I'll get way more than I can handle. Maybe I'll get just enough I can handle. Get it out at MSRP. But if there's too much printed, then what happens if it goes below MSRP? That's my fear. But we'll see what happens. New set February. Still concerned. I always say concerned. Curious about what's going to happen in that January time frame with the nothingness. Japan has like 100, new starter deck box coming out. But other than that, the next release, I think, is something Emerald. I don't know the name per se yet, but I think that's the next thing in line to come out from Japan, which obviously will come down the pipeline to the United States. But that's all I have for you. Thought it was very interesting seeing that email, watching the numerous amount of PokeTubers, big one, Team Rocket Joey, about printing things out, burn it, print it to the ground. My opinion, One Piece is transitioning to Pokemon, and what I mean by that is the scalpers, whatever you want to call them, right? They're moving One Piece, and One Piece now is getting short, right? It's short supply because they weren't ready for the demand. Now Pokemon's gearing up to work towards the demand. So I feel like maybe this is that time in the Pokemon era that things slow down. One Piece picks up. One Piece starts having those problems. Pokemon has plenty of product available, and then Pokemon will slow down. Making product, then One Piece will fall in that category, and it is a cycle. Everybody talks about it. It is a cycle, and this is the cycle we might be going into. Again, only been doing this for a little bit. Not the smartest man in the world. Just seeing some trends, seeing some things that are being said by the PokeTubers. Things are clicking in my mind. But again, just my opinion. But other than that, hey, take an opportunity. If you're a collector and truly love the hobby, go get some of these items that are getting, marked down on market price, 90%, 85, 80, 75. I have a kid. We love collecting. We love ripping packs together. We have a sealed collection. Some of it I've sold to keep the business going and getting cash flow in. This kind of like the opportunity to maybe make some of it back up. But yeah, that's my opinion, my take. Appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate the new subscribers. I see y'all coming in. Shout out to my boy DJ22 and TRJ. Like I said, he nailed it. Take it for what you want. Hate it, love it, whatever. But he called it a while back. So maybe you should listen a little bit. Listen to all of them. That's my opinion. Learn from every one of them, because every PokeTuber has something to offer. Other than that, y'all have a great night. PokeJax out.